All right, Josh and Anthony, here is some instructions about the chapel tonight in case we don't have a sound person available for you. When you come into the chapel, it will probably be dark. So if that is the case, and it's dark like this, on the soundboard that we were just looking at, on the back, there's a switch. That switch, looking up towards the stage, needs to be flipped to the left. And you'll see the lights come on like that. I'll show you again. When I flip it on, those lights come on, and if I slide up this slider right here, that will give me light. So down, and I'll turn it back off. I flipped it and I slid that up to give light in the chapel, and I think this is about what you'll need. I'm going to leave the computer on for you, and I'll tell you about login information in just a minute. Next thing you want to do is come right back here in the corner and put this switch down, if it's not already down, for that screen up there. You can see it's coming down, and when it gets all the way down, we're going to want to put that switch back into neutral position. So we'll just have that come all the way down. And then I'm going to adjust this once I hear it get to the bottom, put it back into neutral. So there's the screen all the way down. Third thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn on this board, because you'll need it for mics and you'll need it for highlights. Now the tricky thing is I have to walk around to this side and I've got to find the switch, and it's kind of hard to find, but it's right down here. And I'm just going to push that in. It's really the only button down there that you can push in. And you'll know it's on because the lights on the board will go on. You'll see lots of red lights, and that's a good thing. Fourth thing you'll need to do is over this tower to your left, if you're looking at the board, there is a big red switch. So look for this line voltage right here. Just to the right of that, I'm going to turn that on, and that will actually turn on the entire board. You should see everything go on. And I'll leave it set like that for you. So those are the 4 on switches that you'll need. Now next, I think you'll want to test mics, and I'm going to leave out these 2 mics for you. So over by the sound board, I'm going to leave them for you right here in this closet, or I'm sorry, this drawer. So they'll both be in there. To get those to work, I'm just going to simply remove this case at the bottom. Sorry about the bad videoing here. To expose the power button. And I'm going to turn on the power. I'll know it's on when it's green. And this one is number 1, and so that is on the board, the spot where it says WHH1. This morning for chapel, I know that's blurry on the camera, but that was Mrs. Kraut. So I'm going to find that slider and slide it up. I will leave that up for you, and I'll actually leave it unmuted. So as soon as you test it, check, you can hear that it's working. That should have pretty close to full battery for you. I'm going to turn that off. If that one is not working, then I just replaced the batteries in this mic today, so use this as a backup. All right, they'll both be here, and the procedure is almost identical for the second one. You just find the power button, turn it on, and I'll actually turn up the slider here for you, and also turn the power on. Check, 1, 2. Good, so there's your mics. Now I will turn off the board and the tower and the lights just to save some power, but that should work pretty well for you if you just follow those instructions. Last thing I'm going to show you is the computer. Please use the login code that I send you in the email. I'm not going to put it on this video, but I'll send it to you in an email. I'm going to log into the computer, then I'll show you how to get that video to show up on the projector. All right, so one other thing that I forgot to tell you, after you're logged into the computer, which I will send you the link here in just a moment, is to make sure you have this remote handy, and you're going to need to turn the projector on with this button here. Now typically it works if you kind of hold it above your head, because you got to hit the back of the projector way up there, and it usually works fine. You can press that on button as many times as you need to, but I would of course test this out before your banquet if you have a chance. And I'll wait for that to come on a moment. And the only way that this setup works is if you have your video on the right hand screen, so it will not show anything on the left hand side. So I'm just going to pull up a video. You're going to put yours in the DVD holder, which is right down there, and then it'll come up, I believe, with Windows Media Player, and you can open up. So if your video shows just like this, I will need to then drag it over, and you can see now that I've dragged it over here, it will show up on the screen up there. And whatever you play on here, whatever audio you need should come through the system already, because I have that channel open in case you have some trouble with it. This iPod PC is the channel that you'll need. I'll just leave it up and unmuted, so you can adjust volume like this. But I would just leave it unmuted just like that, and should be good to go. I will leave all three faders up that you'll use. So these two for mics, and this for the computer. So again, make sure you turn on the lights over there, turn the board on over here, and over there, that switch. Then I'm going to leave the screen down, but in case it's up when you get here, you use that and make sure it goes back in neutral position when you've got it down. And then I'm going to leave out this remote as well right here for you. And we'll go with that. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll include my email in the email I sent you. All right. Thanks, guys.